What is a problem that you don't think the other sex would fully understand? Am I on my period, or is it just discharge? Or when Therese an air bubble or something in the discharge and it kinda uncomfortably tickles so you have to squeeze your legs tight or whatever to pop it. Please for the love of God tell me I'm not the only one. Edit, my most upvoted comment is about vagina air bubble screeched. Sometimes when you fart as a lady it sneaks up into the front and whispers past your labia. Oop, that one went straight up me chimney. Hate that I read this in Mr. Krabs' voice edit. I'm beyond ecstatic that my most upvoted comment is a reference to SpongeBob. Some urinals having a design engineering flaw in which no matter where you direct your stream, you get some bit of urine splashback onto your hands clothes. Why can't they all just get the really good splash pads? I remember campsite had amazing splash pads, and everywhere else they just sit at the bottom of the urinal and don't work. That feeling when the tampon isn't quite in correctly and you're not near a bathroom to fix change it. Or having the wrong absorbency on hand, using a heavier one than needed, and the dry pull out that follows. The dry pull actually makes me gag every time I have to do it. Shudder. When you take your first pee of the morning and you accidentally produce a dual stream, missing the bowl with one or both. Wife, what's the matter? Can't you see? Edit, yes, I do clean up after myself. She smells it. So I use Lysol wipes. She smells that. And knows. Trying to take of a sweaty sports bra and worrying that you're going to be tangled in it forever. Oh God, that moment when it's past your armpits but not over the elbows and you're tired and wondering if you should just stay like this forever. It starts compressing your arms in and you're struggling with it half over your head and you can't even see and the elastic starts cutting in. Good times. Trying to figure out if my cramps are because I'm about to get my period or I need to poop. Edit, holy smokes, thanks for all the awards. Period pooping FTW. Sometimes it's both. Yep. Then it's a crime scene. Being a divorced dad with 2 young kids and getting sideways looks from people at the park that I may not be their dad. One time, after my dad passed away, my son was about 7 and adored his granddad. He wanted to spend time after I broke the news about his grandfather passing. We went to a restaurant to get ice cream. He was asking questions and was fighting back tears. The waitress asked him countless questions. The manager swung by to see if we're enjoying our ice cream. I get it, but it still sucked. My siblings and I are brown because my mom is brown, but my dad is so white that he's pink. He tells us this shit happened to him all the time. It's terrible and makes me angry to think about. Me and my sister are brown because our dads are brown, but my mom is white. When we were younger she would always get asked if she was babysitting for someone. Now everyone just thinks I'm her friend or her lover. How traumatizing for people to think you're banging your mom. I'll never understand how it feels to not have pockets. Not having pockets is one thing, having an inch pocket is a lot worse. This is what really pisses me off about women's clothing. That and the fake pocket. Fake pockets are the worst. It's like, yeah, we know you'd want one here, but we won't give it to you. I bought a goddamn pea coat and didn't think to check if it had real pockets. It's a coat for cold days, it's not tight against the body so there wouldn't be any fabric lines, so of course it should have pockets, right? Nope, apparently it was tailored by a psychopath. Well, I am currently in the hospital, on my birthday, because I needed a blood transfusion because of my period, so I guess that. Edit, I am home. I want to thank everyone for their incredibly kind words and the awards. I am sorry that many of you commenting have experienced similar issues with your periods, and I wish you all recovery and/or continued health after solutions were found. I plan to spend today resting and recuperating from my time in the hospital. I spent about a day and a half there, and next week I will plan to celebrate my birthday. Performance pressure. It's defo hard to fake a boner. Totally accurate, dude. I try explaining to my girlfriend that sometimes the stresses of life keep me from being 100% present during sex. When that happens, it's difficult to keep it up all the way. Physical stimulation can get you to a chub, but you need that mental stimulation to get you that real veiny triumphant bastard. And then it's a domino effect, cause if it goes down even a little I go way into my head and it gets worse and worse. Exactly, man. Sometimes that happens and my GF feels like shit. It's hard to explain to her. I feel like it's a similar feeling women get when they are close to an orgasm and then start thinking about it more and more, then can't. Whenever that happens I feel like shit, so I guess we all have our problems. That the penis just sometimes goes hard for absolutely no reasons. I will be shopping in the supermarket and my penis will just get hard, and believe me, I ain't horny for potatoes that are on sale, it just happens sometimes. Penis gets hard for no reason. What is it, boy? What do you see? Third Legolas, what is your snake I see? They're taking the Throbbits to Eisenhart. Sitting on your own sack. Add this to a bike seat, oh the pain. Having to adjust your balls in your pants, whether it's walking or sitting. Not just your balls but your dick. I hate it. Edit, my most upvoted comment is me complaining about my dick. This is what'll be remembered for when I die. Spidercop 7, adjuster of dicks. Why God? I hate it when you adjust my dick, too. You should file a complaint with the Adjustment Bureau. No reason boners, or NRBS for short. How little control we have over boners and the shitty times they might pop up. So true, and the terrible times they won't. Horrible flashbacks to that scene in The Inbetweeners where Simon starts slapping his cock cause he can't get it up in front of his GF. Having to maintain eye contact during a conversation while a warm period blood clot the size of a slug slowly oozes its way out of your vagina. One time I was with a close female coworker and she just said, "Excuse me, I've birthed a jellyfish," and did an awkward waddle to the washroom. I followed her with some tamps, because she forgot her purse, lol. This sounds like excellent coworking. That was very sweet of you. I'm a grower, not a shower. Edit, just saying, my friend is at least 4 times larger when ready to party. It's weird. My girlfriend and I were cuddling after sex once and she was playing with my dick. Out of nowhere she asks, "How does something so small get so big?" A compliment and insult in one. Yeah, it caught me off guard. I was told it feels like a sour gummy worm. Period cramps, or what we feel when we sneeze while on our period. Edit, wow, this really blew up. Shout out to the people who have tried to understand this feeling. Or when you're sitting for a long time and suddenly get up. Or when you get out of bed in the morning. And God forbid you have to poop with a tampon in. Getting asshole cramps on your period. Agony. God, I didn't want to ever describe those, but yes. You can feel them coming and then wham, you are sitting as still and rigid as possible trying to not let on. It feels like someone is trying to pry open your hole for a peek. Just how damned uncomfortable menstrual clots can be, and messy, too. Does anyone else's get a little stuck and so when you wipe you feel it pulling out of you? It's like when you manage to catch a long booger that's way up in your sinus. Pregnancy and labor is some next level shit. Like really. Also peeing a little bit whenever you sneeze, laugh, cough, or jump for years after the birth. Edit, thank you all for the advice. Not really an issue for me, just wanted to mention it. I think men don't realize what a pain in the ass it is not to have the upper body strength that they have. I'll never forget my when wife, then girlfriend, had started working out really hard. CrossFit and heavy weight training. She's also maybe 3 shorter than me with an athletic build, so not a huge difference in size between us. I had not been working out at all during this time. She started to play wrestle with me and I easily overpowered her. She was so frustrated that my inactive body was stronger than she was after months of her training. The difference is real.